Hey y'all, what's up? So usually I do videos on this one video game that I play, and I'll add some music and kind of make it look a little cool. But I decided to change things up a little bit. So I just got into riding my dirt bike, and I figured I would just kind of tell y'all why I like riding this dirt bike so much and what's great about it and why it's so good for, what I ride and how I ride. So what I ride is a 125 TTR Yamaha, and it's just a trail bike. All right, so it's not a super you're not going to go jumping massive jumps with it. It's more of you point it where you want it to go, and it's going to go that way constantly, and it's never just gonna stop when you're going up a hill. Like, this thing, it's got a lot of power to it. You're not gonna be able to ride long wheelies with it unless you just know what you're doing really well. But it doesn't have that that torque that just a racing bike would have, or even that, like, a 250 4-stroke would have. It is a 4-stroke, so it doesn't it doesn't have that power band. It's not going to get super fast. This might go 45, 50, 55, somewhere in that area at its max, but I don't ever go that fast because I'm always in the woods riding. But now, this bike is just an amazing bike to ride for anybody that was just beginning, and for experienced riders. If you're just going to be riding, trail riding and stuff, it's got spring suspension, so it's not going to be amazing at, just you hitting a jump and you landing. You're going to bottom out pretty easily, but it's not made for that. It's made so that way you can ride through all these woods trails and stuff. Now, this bike is really good for just about anything in the trails, like I said. And so this is a 2019. I got it last year used, but it had barely even been used. And I just scratched it up just a little bit, just enough to where you could be able to tell. It does need a wash, since I did just get done riding it. But now, this bike, because it is 4-stroke, it doesn't take mixed gas. You have to put the oil in every now and then, and just maybe once a year. So if it just depends on how much you ride it. I don't ride an awful lot, so it doesn't need gas a whole lot. Like I said, it's spring suspension, so it's not hydraulic, so it's not going to be amazing. It holds a lot of gas. So this right here, when this is filled up, I mean, I've ridden for about 6 hours straight and not had to fill up when I went to a couple places to ride. And you just never really have to do anything with it. Now, there is one thing with this specific bike that I come into problems with. So, because of this chain guard, it doesn't come off very easy, but this chain will come off pretty easily on this bike. I realized that over the past, year or two that I've been riding it, different TTRs, because I had one before that was 2007, and the chain would come off pretty frequently, pretty easily. But I got the chain guards for mine, this 2019, and it's come off one time because I had a stick and it just kind of got all up in there and just kind of knocked it right off. But this is a very good bike for anybody that wants to ride trails, that's a beginner, really. And it's just good for anybody because it's just a nice bike to ride around, putter around on. But I love it, and I've ridden anywhere. I've ridden on a big old track before one time, and I didn't race. I was just riding around with my buddy that has the same bike. And, you just ride around on it, and you can't take big jumps, like I said, but it's still just a fun bike to just, putter around on and have a lot of fun. And then, once you get to where you can ride better bikes and bigger bikes, you get 250, and then it starts the same, same 4-stroke. Get a YZF for a Yamaha, and that one's even more fun because it has better suspension and it's race ready. So, but I just felt like hopping on here and telling y'all about this bike and why I like riding it so much and why it's just amazing. And I'll also let y'all listen to it real quick. Cranking it up, it has the electric start and it has the kick start. The electric start works great as long as you don't overuse it, and as long as the battery's good, and as long as, everything's on. I hardly ever have to use the choke when I'm cranking mine up. Just when it's cold. A lot of times during the summer, I don't even have to touch the choke. It just cranks right up. So here's what it sounds like if I use this little start here. So obviously it cranks up really well. Right about here is where the battery is, and then you've got the right here is how you open it. You just go in there and take that little nut off, and then you're able to just pop it right off. So this bike's just amazing, and I like it a lot. I bought it under $3,000 when I bought it because it was used for about a year. But other than that, I've had no problems out of this bike. I've been riding it for about 8 months now, and not a single problem that I didn't cause. We're just wrecking it and having fun with it. So y'all look it up if you're wanting to get a dirt bike. This is a great bike to start out with. I've had the same bike, the same type of bike for 2 years now. That's just because I don't need a different bike right now. I'm not riding anywhere but usually the trails in my house and maybe some MX park, but mostly on the woods trails is where I'm riding at. So it's just an amazing bike, and I think y'all should totally look into it if you're looking for a good beginner's bike. Hey, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. I'm just trying to grow my channel and trying to, I'd love to hit 1,000 subscribers. I guess that's really my goal by the end of this year. I don't know if I'll hit that, but I would love to hit that. And, just start making more videos on different things. Y'all just let me know what you want me to talk about, and I'll start doing more videos. Thanks for watching.